of the book po is Filipino Accountants, The Making of New Heroes. So basically, it contains different stories of different accountants, inspiring stories po siya, who are advocating and inspiring people to pay the right taxes. So before we proceed with the questions about the taxes, can you tell us a short background of how you started with your career in accounting?
Okay, so after I graduated as Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, I took the board, and after I passed the board, I started my career as an accountant sa Honda Cars Global City. So after noon, nagkaroon ako na experience sa financial reporting as financial reporting analyst, and then I tried also to become an auditor. Then yung pinili ko na path ngayon talaga as an accounting professional is yung pagiging accountant sa Servcorp Manila Inc. Yeah.
Ikaw po, sir.
Yeah,
Short background for...
I graduated 2009 from Suleiman University. That's in the province. So I went here in Manila. After the board, I started working for a local manufacturing firm. I was their inventory accountant, and then I became their general accountant. After a year of my stint in that company, I transferred to IBM as a general accountant, and then after IBM, I'm with my recent current company now, Arcadis. So I've been working for them for the last more than 5 years as a senior financial accountant.
Ma'am Sarah, I read your candidate form po. Tsaka you mentioned there that you wanted to start a personal mission to guide and mentor people to help them plan and manage their finances. Tanong ko lang po, what inspired you or motivated you to start this personal mission?
Kasi before, I always ask, bakit ba ako nag-accountancy? So when I took the course, registered financial planning course, so it's about kasi helping individuals manage their finances. And pareho namin tinuk yun. So doon namin discover na yung pinag-aaralan pala namin ever since sa college, hindi lang siya applicable sa corporate setting. So applicable din siya sa personal na finances. Like for example, yung normal na tao na gusto mag-budget ng pera, about taxes, so applicable siya. So parang doon namin, kumbaga parang nagkaroon kami ng personal mission na parang to help individuals. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao alam nila yung different terms or technicalities ng accounting, ng finances. So parang kami as an accountants, alam namin yun. Pero ang challenge lang is how to, kumbaga, translate it into individual or personal finance terms. So doon siya nag-start.
Na-mention din po ni Ma'am Sarah kanina na si Sir Dave nga po has a blog, finance blog. Can you tell us a short background rin po how you started with this blog or what inspired you rin po?
Yeah, gaya ng sinabi ni Sarah, we took up this course where I was trying to find the link kasi because I'm an accountant for so long, but I have this passion of speaking to people, reaching out to people on a one-to-one basis. So aside from my day job as an accountant, 8 hours a day in computer, I meet a lot of people outside. So I give workshops, I give trainings. Tapos hindi ko mahanap, I couldn't find why am I an accountant, and then why am I successful in doing this thing. So I was trying to find the link, and then when I found that, I realized ito yun we've been studying accounting and finance for so long, like 5 years in college, and doing it in the corporate world for so long. And then it dawned to me that most people, ako including before, we did not realize that everything, all that we knew by concept is actually applicable to daily lives, to small, medium enterprise people, to an ordinary employee. So I came up with a vlog, with an online show, something that I started a year ago. It's called Money Central, and I released it on a regular basis in my Facebook page. That would be facebook.com/DaveRegala21. So what I talk about there is just a quick snippets of concepts that I wanted to make it more chewable to people. Like how do you explain a budget on ordinary man? Also, it's a minute or two where I explain these concepts in a simplest way that I can. So yeah, my tagline for Money Central really is "Believe You Can," because I believe it all starts with what you believed in.
So yung platform mo po for the blog or vlog is Facebook lang po?
Yes, it's a video. I'm trying to shoot more and upload it in YouTube in the next few weeks. So we're working on that as we speak.
And we are planning na din na parang magkaroon ng version ng Money Central niya na for couples edition naman. Sa relationship.
So kayong dalawa po yun?
Oo, kaming dalawa
So
naman.
that's why we all have this we have these stuffs ngayon because we started Money Central when we just got married, I think. And then we thought nobody's talking about finances in a relational level,
That's important naman.
yeah, definitely. So in a marriage level or even in a dating level, so we wanted to touch that market. We wanted to tell people this can be done, and if you help them in their finances, let's face it, that's a very big aspect in life that people have no idea about. So it's just part of our vision to be able to, give some help, whether in a little way that we can.
Questions?
Go.
Parang ano rin po pala na sir na parang parang willing talaga kayo na maging part sa book namin since parang kayo rin po ang advocacy niyo is to help other people.
Yeah, definitely. We would love to be part of it. We would love to tell people. We've been doing that for like we've been sitting down with people. We've been sitting down with groups, and then this is a good platform to reach more people. Because I think nowadays we all have this access to information, yet nobody is actually telling you na this can be done, or so that's it.
What do you love the most about being an accountant?
What I love the most, I'll answer that first. What I love the most being an accountant is because I'm an accountant, I found love in being an accountant. Not just the love for the profession, but I love life per se. So I met my wife because we're both an accountant. So that's the best part of it. What I love being an accountant is kinilig siya. So, nawala yung sagot niya. What I love being an accountant is that opportunity to make an impact. Most accountants don't realize it. Well, as far as the most that I know, don't realize the impact that they can give, the contribution that they can give to clients, to entities, to organizations, and to themselves and to their families as well. So I want to push it forward because there's a concept that when you're an accountant, if you think about an accountant, if you draw a picture of an accountant, siya yung is in their tables, looking at their computer 8 hours a day. It's a boring life. You go to OT until 8 a.m. or you sleep in the office when there's something like that. So there's that perception that is the only thing an accountant can do. Kami, we wanna break that paradigm. We wanna break that norm that we can, if you're an accountant, you already know something that can be helpful to a lot of people, even yourself and your family.
Yes. Ako naman, what I love being an accountant is we can make a difference sa businesses, sa mga tao. Kasi, like for example, kami, we have met a lot of clients na walang matinong accounting system. And kapag wala kang matinong accounting system, it will reflect on the finances of the company. And at the same time, it will reflect kung paano nila papasakuran yung mga empleyado nila, kung paano yung mga benefits na mabibigay nila sa empleyado nila, yung value na may bibigay nila sa mga clients nila. And marami kaming nakita na kapag hindi maayos yung finances ng company, ang nangyayari is nagkakaroon ng layoff, nagtatanggalan. So we believe na kapag maayos yung accounting system talaga ng isang kumpanya or merong accountant sa isang kumpanya is maayos talaga yung finances. At the same time, it will have a ripple effect. Dun, hindi lang dun sa company, pero sa mga empleyado ng company. At the same time, dun sa family ng mga empleyado ng
Totally
company.
agree. That's something my wife and I is looking at. Kasi na-realize namin, being an accountant is not just a day job, a cubicle job. If you look beyond, I have met people, I have a friend who has a great business, who is a visionary, he wants to help people simply because nobody was helping him on a financial perspective. The business did not flourish. I have a friend who has a good background in finance, and then somebody is guiding the accounting side, the finance side of it. The business flourished, so the business was able to employ 10 more people, 5 more people. That's 10 more families that will be fed. That's something like that. So we are very passionate about it because we believe it's not just a cubicle job. Accountants out there don't realize how much knowledge they can use in order to make a difference in other people's lives.
Sir, has there been a feedback na po ba from one of your audiences or yung sa mga from your vlogs po, one of your viewers or one of your readers on how you were able to help them be knowledgeable about financial or change their financial perspective?
Yeah, there've been a lot. I love feedbacks. Gusto ko yung may nagre-review, nagbibigay ng statements. After I give a talk, I give a seminar, somebody comes up to me and tells you na, "Oy, thank you, I didn't realize that," etc., etc. And then they come up to you the next month and say, "I started doing this, that's why I'm able to." I have one client that I remember very, very specifically because he came up to me, met me, and then sabi niya sa akin, he has so much debt that nobody knows. So sabi niya, "Dave, can we meet?" And then over coffee, can you imagine this? We are in Coffee Bean, and then umiyak siya doon because ako lang yung nasabihan niya. And then he thought he couldn't go out of that situation for the next 2 years. But because we dig in, we sat on it, we arranged, I helped him plan everything. Before that year even ended, he was debt free. So those kinds of stories, those are just one of stories that really my wife and I fuels the fire in us to go beyond what the normal definition is of being an accountant.
Sir, I have a question po. Why are you so passionate about helping other people, the both of you?
Why are we passionate? Siguro dumating na kami dun sa level ng life namin na it's not about us anymore. And siguro meron ding mga taong nagtiyaga sa amin na inupuan kami. Siguro dun yun talaga na kaya kami natuto rin sa finances namin. Kaya yung decision making sa amin kasi merong taong nag-guide sa amin. Yun yung mga tinatawag namin na mentors. So kami parang nandun kami sa point na we want to give back dun sa mga tao. Though, halimbawa, hindi namin lahat kayang kausapin, that's why we are making a platform like yung sa vlog niya, or kaya ako naman din, nagme-maintain din ako ng vlog, or nagme-meet kami ng clients. And we believe na itong video na to, itong book na to na ilalabas is a great platform din for us to reach other people.
Yeah, I agree with her. It's just a matter of passing it forward. Kasi we've been very deliberate as a single person and as a dating couple and as a newlywed couple to really seek help from mentors, to really seek help we are not afraid to ask help from others who have been there before us. So kami, our life, our finances, our career, our marriage is just a result of all those sessions that we just soak in knowledge, soak in wisdom from people. So we thought if our lives is in a better position than where it was a year ago, because people was very passionate sitting down with us and just sharing wisdom. That if we can do that to 5 more people, and that 5 more people can multiply to 5 more, it's just kami ang motto namin, we wanna change the world one person at a time, one family at a time. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be big. If a student listens to the vlog and say, oh, I can do that, I can start doing that, I can save like 50 pesos a week, then that would mean him starting building that character of responsibility. When that guy becomes a father, he'll be a responsible father. So something like that. And then if our lives change because there were people who was very passionate about sharing what they already know, why don't we do the same? So we just acquire knowledge and wisdom from other people, we pass it on so that we can all journey and level up in whatever aspect in life. It's just that we're accountants, so we wanna focus on that financial accounting perspective, whether that's a personal, whether that's your personal finance, whether that's marriage finance, or whether that's small business finance. As much as we can do to help, we would love to.
Tugmang-tugma po talaga kayo ni ano.
Awesome.
Kasi parang ma-multiply yung pag may kukuha rin siyang parang knowledge sa iba, sinusya niya din.
Awesome.
Kaya parang matagal na rin po siya sa industry.
Yeah, we need more people who does that. In a world where everything negativity is being, alam mo yun, we're bombarded with. When you watch the news, when you go to Facebook, you don't get to be encouraged that often.
Yes.
So nung nilabas ko yung vlog ko, I don't know, 1-2 person gets disturbed about its content, and then starts something small, start a habit that would be very, very, that's already a success for both of us.
It's really great, sir.
Questions na po
Go.
about taxes. What does it mean when they say that taxes are the lifeblood of the government?
Go.
Taxes are the lifeblood of the government kasi government naman is not a business. So wala siyang ibang pagkukuhaan talaga ng pera kundi taxes. That's why we believe kami din personally, we believe na dapat we should pay the right taxes. Kasi kapag hindi tayo nagbayad ng tamang taxes, hindi naman yung government yung ninanakawan natin. Yung ninanakawan natin is yung mga poor families kasi sila talaga yung nakikinabang sa taxes. So,
yeah, what people don't realize is the government is us.
Yes.
So when we tayo yun we elect the people there, that's us. People just find it hard to grasp the accountability of being part of the government. We look at, majority of the time, we look at it as if it's a different entity from us. It's supposed, you have to look at it in a way that we're part of it. So when we cheat on government, we cheat on ourselves. Because government is us. It started with us. Tayo din naman yan hindi yan ibang tao. So if the government doesn't have any money, on an ideal situation, the money that the government will have for services and programs and stuff like that will only come from the people who comprises it. So it's just us here in this room forming a group. We want to do something. Each one of us contributes into a certain fund that the group can spend on programs which we think could be beneficial to all of us.
Okay. You mentioned po that the government is us. And as accountants, do you believe that you are the mediator between the government and the taxpayers?
good question.
I personally think we're not mediators. I think we are more of teammates. We are more of how do you say that? We are more of
Parang partners.
partners in it. Kasi hindi lang, there's this conception na pag accountant you know better than on taxes level, but taxpayer, I'm a taxpayer. The mediator, when you say mediator, it goes
the middle.
In the
Parang
middle, I don't think there's a